thought I put us back on already, y'all. I'm so hyped tonight. Good people.
That's why you need to, we're going to reverse the roles here. Ladies and gentlemen, Monday. Welcome to Monday night on this lovely day, April 22nd, 2024. And today's a special day for somebody on this panel, and I'm not talking about me. It's a special day for that guy over there, okay? AEW Dynasty delivered. They did something right.
Oh, they delivered. They delivered.
But we had some issues, but they delivered. Overall, they delivered. We will get into those issues. We also get into why my partner over here is enthusiastic as all outdoors that the month of April was all his month. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Monarchs of Wrestling. Welcome to Monarchs of Wrestling.
My thing too for this month. Hashtag winning.
Y'all know who I am, the playmaker down in silence here. And to the left of me, the man who represents the Philadelphia Eagles, the man who represents the Denver Nuggets, the man who stays in North Carolina, and the man who's on top of the world, Mr. Cool McCain.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My man Swerve got the belt. My man Moose still got his belt. Like, it's a good month. And then y'all know the story got finished. I ain't even had no voice for like 4 days for the story to be finished. You know what I'm saying? Bruh. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. What up, DB? Appreciate you hopping in. Ride with your boys tonight. So, yo. 2 pay-per-views. We had TNA with the Rebellion joints. We're going to go over them results. Then we're going to hit that AEW. But also, while we're talking about TNA, a couple of people returned. We're going to have to just see if we think there's anything that they're going to do with these 2 specific individuals. But let's get into it, man. What we waiting for? Let's get into it.
Oh, don't worry. We got the WWE, and we get the WWE.
And WWE, we got a draft coming.
There's a lot of questions to be asked when it comes to WWE.
And we didn't even put all of them in the description. Yeah, we didn't put all of them in the description. So
it's a good thing to ask these questions, too, okay? It's a good thing we got questions. It's a good thing we got questions for this.
Ready. No. All right, so we're going to start with the TNA pre-show. So we had Ace Austin, Chris Bay, and Leon Slater defeat Trey Miguel, Zachary Wentz, and Myron Reed. So, cool. We move on from that. TNA Digital Media Championship, Laredo Kid defeated Crazy Steve to win the title.
They got a media championship? Goddamn.
Yeah, right. Congratulations to Laredo Kid for the Spanish Fly and the dub. We had the Knockouts World Tag Team Championships. Jody Thread and Danny Luna defeated Rosemary and Havoc, a.k.a. Decay, to make things happen. After the match, Masha Slamovich and Alicia Edwards came out to the stage to call their shots to be next in line. Killer Kelly's hurt, so Alicia Edwards is stepping in. So I guess Masha's going to be associated with the system. We'll see. All right. The system. All right. So then we got to the main card. We had the X Division Championship. Of course, the man with no contract, Mustafa Ali, defeated Jake something to hold on to the X Division Championship. Then we had rechristened by AJ Francis, Rich Homie Swan defeat Joe Hendry in a match. Sean Merriman came out and acts like he was going to help Joe Hendry, but actually he played football with AJ Francis. They were in cahoots. Rich Homie Swan landed a frog splash to win. So just, a quick update on that. We're kind of getting through some of these that we're just going to tell you about, but it didn't really have a lot of impact on anything long-term yet. But I do want to go through things on the pay-per-views because TNA is developing that maybe not long-term as WWE, but that long-term storytelling and what they be doing. All right. We had a Full Metal Mayhem match between Frankie Kazarian and Eric Young. Frankie Kazarian hit the flux capacitor to gain his victory. To no one's surprise, whenever you have these kind of matches that are like the end of the rivalry type thing, 9 out of 10 times, the new guy the good guy wins. All right.
Okay.
So Steve Macklin signed a new TNA contract, but he wanted a match at Rebellion. So Santino Marella, who was the director of Authority, got him a match with Mike Santana.
That's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
Yeah, from Santana Ortiz. So he's out on his own now. He's Mike Santana. He's back in TNA, making some things happen. So we're going to see how that rolls. We're going to see what happens with these two characters because it just feels like a one-off to just get them both introduced. But, of course, you know what I always say about TNA, whenever somebody's debuting, what happens? They going to win. Anytime somebody debuts for TNA, you better go bet a couple bucks, not too much, maybe like $5, something you ain't going to miss on them win the match. A lot of times they do. And while you're doing that betting, you know where to go and bet. And we'll tell you that in a few minutes. All right. Then we had a TNA World Tag Team Championship match. So now we're starting to get to some of the juicy stuff. We had the System, Brian Myers and Eddie Edwards against Speedball Mike Bailey and Trent 7, Speedball Mountain. We got a roster cut, Lariat, and Boston Knee Party to Trent 7 for the System to pick up the win. So now we get into the stuff that my Coles might cares a tad bit about. So, any thoughts on that match? Or any of the matches for that fact, if you
just going through the card and then I'm just looking. I'm just check.
Really, they did a great job of giving you what you wanted and what you needed. All right, then we got the last man standing match: Josh Alexander and Alexander Hamilstone. Alexander got the Nightmare Pendulum, which is Alexander Hammerstone's finishing move. It puts a lot of people out. Onto tax, by the way. But he was able to get back up. He gave a C4 spike pile driver on the stage to Hammerstone. Hammerstone was getting up at 9, but he fell back down and lost. Jonathan Gresham's getting more vignettes. He's had like 3 different things he's doing and kind of blended everything together. So now he's got a new mask with an octopus face on it, and he's got a grill. It's not the best vignette thing they've been doing, but we'll see where it works out at. It's a little questionable right now. All right, so it's just like when I saw it, I was like, okay, that's what I want to do. We got a Knockouts Championship. Jordan Grace, of course, won against Steph DeLander. She was without Matt Cardona because he got injured, so she hired the Good Hands to watch her back, but it didn't make a difference. I mean, like I said, the important thing from this match is as they were out there is that Pico came out for the save. We know that we had Sami Callahan also, debut on the show on Thursday. We thought he was going to be out for that, but it wasn't him. It was Pico. It was PCO, they call it. Then we had the TNA Championship match. So we got Moose, the other brother, defeating Nick Namath to retain the TNA World Championship.
Oh, Nick.
Nick did everything he could.
He wasn't Nicky enough.
He tuned up the band, but he got speared. Moose did a regular cover. Then he rolled his shoulder off the mat. The ref counted 3. It looks like they're trying to give Namath away like he didn't lose clean, so he gets another match. Then Moose is the champ. The lights go out. And in walks delete. And he adds a twist of face to Moose. And he holds up the world title. And that ends the TNA Rebellion pay-per-view. So I say good pay-per-view. Like my coach said, it flowed. Like even if you don't watch it a lot, if you come watch this show and our 10 to 12 minutes a week talking about TNA, sometimes a little bit more depending on the week, you kind of know what was gonna happen. You feel me? And that's what it's about. That's what we're here for. We're here to educate our professional wrestling people. Because it's more than just WWE. Wrestling has more than one royal company.
Oh, boy. Are we in the month of May yet?
We are not in May, sir. It is the 22nd. Next Monday will still be April. Oh, hashtag winning, baby.
I got one more week to deal with you and this goddamn celebration tour you're on.
You think it's just one more week?
Shit.
You think it's just one more week? You know, if that's what you want to tell yourself. That's what makes my boy feel good. I'm never for not allowing one of my homies to feel good. You feel me?
I know, but still, you on the celebrate. You've been on the celebration tour since the calendar turned in April.
Bruh, WrestleMania lit, Raw lit. Now we got my man Moose still got his belt. You know what I'm saying? And then we about to talk about AEW Dynasty. But before we get there, what do you feel like will be the impact of Matt Hardy and Sami Callahan in TNA? And Callahan was there before re-sign. Of course, Matt Hardy's been there before. That's where he started the broken character at. Do you think that they're going to have a massive impact on the roster? You think they're just going to come up and kind of fill up the mid card? What you think? What you think they're going to do, man? If anything.
See, when you say impact, we have to quantify what we mean by impact.
So, okay. So, for the purpose of the question, do you think they're going to be in the title scene, whether that's the tag team titles, whether that's the world title, and do you think they're going to be major players within the company?
Well, after what Matt Hardy did, he clearly is in the title picture already.
But is he going to stay there, or is it going to be one of them, you get a match and then you lose and then we don't see no more of you in the title for like 6 years?
And I would like to be honest, to be completely honest.
Be completely honest. That's what we're here for.
I don't need to see Matt Hardy with a world title again. Okay.
Tell the truth.
I don't need to see Matt Hardy with another world title. Callahan, on the other hand, maybe. Well, maybe. But Matt Hardy, we've been there, we've done that plenty of times. Don't need to see it again.
Matt Hardy is like 5,000 years old too, so that that's got something to do with Matt Hardy. You know, man. My boy been around for a while. But I know you said maybe Callahan. What do you think? You think that they're gonna give him that shot? You think they're gonna elevate him and let my man do his thing? You gonna let him do the third thistle?
It's hard to say because he just got there. He just came back, should I say? Not just got there, but just came back. Ask me within, let me say, give me 3 months.
Give you 3 months.
Give me 3 months.
Man, 3 months. Boo.
He didn't come back into the main scene though. That's the point.
Well, he didn't, but Sami Callahan plays a really good loose canon character. So I think getting him in and getting him like back to wilding out and doing what he likes to do, I think that could be very beneficial for the company because he spits on people, all kind of just rude and disrespectful stuff. He's just a really dirty dude. And you like it because he'll do whatever it takes to win. So I feel like he's going to get back there at some point. Matt Hardy, I agree. Come in, be somebody for the system to overcome, and then either go get you some friends, some cronies, and y'all battle with the system and lose. And then go on about your business and go back to being your crazy delete Matt Hardy running around with your hair blonde and white and all that and do your thing and entertain us with a little comedic performance. That's what we would like to see from you, Sir Hardy. We don't want you as no world champion no more. That was like 10 years ago where that was cool, but now we ain't really with it. You know what I'm saying? So do your thing, man.
The dude was wrestling when I was a kid.
That dude was probably wrestling before we were born. He been wrestling so long. My man been wrestling a long time, though, real talk. So yeah, man, I definitely feel it on those, and we're gonna make that transition over. So we're gonna do a little different tonight, y'all. We're gonna go straight into AEW. We're gonna rip that. Then we're gonna give y'all a commercial panorama, and then we're gonna dig the rest of the time to WWE. So it's gonna be a few minutes of commercial. We're gonna hit you, but we're gonna make sure that you're getting good content all around that. You feel me? Try something different. Shout out to 502 Angel Radio. Y'all gonna be hearing this too. And hey, it's all hype. We like the hype bros in here tonight. All right, so Playmaker, as we switch over and hit that AEW button, right? We going through the main card pay-per-view matches. You know what I'm saying? So as expected, Will Ospreay, Bryan Danielson. Match of the night.
Yo, you want to go straight there? Okay.
We're going straight to match of the night.
So, as my co-host said, previewing it, that was going to be the match of the night. Guess what was the match of the night? Will Ospreay and Daniel Bryan. However, some of y'all out there is going to hate what I'm going to say. Because we know me and Cool know we know how wrestling fans are. Because we're wrestling fans. We know how wrestling fans are. But y'all gonna hate me for saying this, but Daniel, it's time to hang it up.
We know he is retired. He's on his last year of wrestling. But yeah.
I don't even think he's gonna make it. I ain't think he's gonna make it the year.
Bro, he didn't had the socket jacked up. He done had all kind of stuff already. My man over here looking like Brittle Field, peanut brittle field. You might have to say peanut. You have to say soy peanut butter, brittle, Danny.
What y'all think about this? Will Ospreay loved the move that he does, and he's not gonna do it no more because Daniel Bryan got hurt off it.
And the thing is, Daniel Bryan get hurt on everything, bro. Like this man had to wrestle in the Continental Classic tournament with one eye covered from being hurt. This man, it's good that it's his final year, and I just want him to finish one high-profile match without getting injured, and then just go. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I love Daniel Bryan. I like his wrestling style. He's a small dude, but he will get in there and mix it up with you. But as you can see, not even talking about the negative effect of his career, but just right now, not even talking about the other injuries. This man has been hurt like every month.
And, you know, I actually gained a lot of respect for Ospreay's listening to the first part of that press conference and get to the second part of it.
Yeah, so
he was not happy. He acknowledged it was a great match, but he wasn't happy because Daniel got hurt.
Yeah.
Still, the match of the night. Still, somebody gets hurt and you still get the match of the night.
You can't top putting those two wrestlers in the ring together. The magic in the ring, because you got what happens in the ring, you got all the other stuff. In the ring, you're not stopping those dudes. Like, there's no way. It's going to be the match of the night for sure. We're going to go back and talk about everything else, but I had to talk about that because I want the end of this. When we get to the end, I only want to focus on one thing. For y'all who not sure what I want to focus on. All right, so we got Trent Beretta against Matt Sydal. Trent Beretta defeated Matt Sydal. Beretta started beating down on Matt Sydal, and then Chuck Taylor came out and he demanded to know what side his tag team partner is on by Wednesday on Dynamite. I think he's made it clear what side he's on, but I don't know. So the next match we had Orange Cassidy and Katsuyori Shibata versus Shane Taylor Productions, Shane Taylor and Lee Mariotti. So on the way to the ring, Beretta ran from Shibata, but he stared down Orange Cassidy. So, you know, more heelish tendencies, telling us everything we need to know. Of course, Cassidy and Shibata defeated Taylor and Moriarty. Sean Taylor Productions is the BWO at this point. And Sean Taylor is the Blue Meanie. Shane Taylor, excuse me. I said Sean, but Shane Taylor. Doesn't really matter. They're not doing anything with these guys. They're just making them look just like nothing. And it is what it is. Like I pull them punches, yo. AEW's got Shane Taylor Productions. You bring them in, you put them with Lee Moriarty, who's a really good wrestler, and they both just lose all the time. What's the point? They'll get one win every once in a while, but yo, them brothers is in the bottom under the mud. Next. All right. So then we have. Oh, go ahead, sir. Go ahead, sir.
I was saying next.
Yeah. So we got the Ring of Honor 6-man tag team champs against the AEW World Trios Championships. So sort of like a unification match. So in typical Heelish fashion, the Bang Bang Gang defeated the Acclaim and Daddy Booty Cheeks. Blade Runner, Billy Gunn. So, the bad guys had to win that because the Acclaim, they need to go on and Daddy Cheeks need to go ahead and hang it up, bro. That's what really need to happen. Or just be a manager. All right, then we got the AEW Continental Championship. We had Pac versus Kazuchika Okada.
Great match.
Oh, we know who was going to win. Yes.
We know who was going to win.
We knew who was going to win.
But great match, though. Great match.
Okada did defeat.
I'll tell you,
did a lot of damage. Yeah. A lot of damage to the head and neck area. Finish was perfect. Great match. Okada got the win. All right, then this one will be real quick. Adam Copeland, Eddie Kingston, and Mark Briscoe versus the House of Black. I thought they would let the good guys win just for the feel good story, but no, they went with the better trio, and the House of Black put in work.
What message are you going to send if you let Edge and a mixture of Edge, Kingston, and Briscoe to be a team that's been together?
But you got to remember this. Edge is a champ. Eddie Kingston still has the NJPW Strong Championship, I think, and then Mark Briscoe beat him for the Ring of Honor Championship. So you got 3 champions on the other side. That's why I'm like, all right. Normally they put the champions over, but they went with a stronger trio, and I dig it. And what's going to happen next, I think, is Adam Copeland, the rated R superstar, is going to have a short reign because Black is about to get that belt. Malachi Black is about to get that belt.
You know why?
Yep, they gotta do something.
You know why?
And you can't keep a man happy. He'll never get no goal. You got
so you know why.
You got 15 individual single championship, and Malachi Black ain't got one up. Come on, man. Y'all.
So somebody got the Tony Khan here, like you might want to,
because it's all about rumors that he leaving. You might want to,
because.
I mean, Tony, you got 15 championships. You let that man have one of them. And it's the equivalent of the US/Intercontinental Championship in the TNT Championship, because that's like the second tier championship.
And the thing is,
I don't know what tier the other ones is on.
And the thing is, they trying to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, because he wasn't the only one of that group that was rumored.
Right. But Brody King, he want to be there, but Brody King should be AEW champion, to be honest with you, because that big dude, man. Ain't too many people that can take him out. All right, then we had the TBS championship match, Willow Nightingale versus Julia Hart. Willow Nightingale
I called it.
I didn't think Julia was gonna lose like that, but hey, you called it. I'll give it to you.
Come on.
I'm just saying,
you do say every once in a while they will sprinkle a little storytelling in there. I'm like, if Mercedes Monet is saying she can whoever it is, wouldn't that be the best idea to have a renewed referee freshly in AEW?
And while I never disagreed with that point, I just felt like Julia Hart was doing a real good job with the belt, and her character was doing really well. And a win here to get her in a match with Mercedes Monet, and then you have the Willow Nightingale getting involved and kind of creating a trio type of thing is what I thought they were going for. But hey, it's cool. Your girl Mercedes came down after the match.
Now here's the interesting part. We still don't know who attacked Mercedes backstage.
No, we don't. What she even really attacked?
And I don't think it was a real Nightingale to be a crowd husband.
It wasn't a real Nightingale. It's somebody completely different. Well, Willow Nightingale's family was at ringside, so they did tip it. And then your boy Stokely Hathaway is wild. This fool talking about Chuck E. Cheese, here we come. Wild. So another one of the 15 individual championships that they have in AEW, the International Championship was defended next. You had Kyle O'Reilly versus Roger Strong, 2/4 of the Undisputed Era from NXT. Now they're the Undisputed Kingdom. We knew Roger Strong would win. We knew Kyle O'Reilly would lose. We both said that. They didn't really got to talk about much. It was a good match. Only important part is it looks like Wardlow's going to be out of the Undisputed Kingdom soon. I think that's the best move for him because there's nothing he's going to accomplish as the lackey for Adam Cole, and I didn't see why he was put in there in the first place. I said it didn't make sense from the beginning. Then we had another championship.
Nice.
I'm like DJ Khaled, and another one, and another one, and another one.
This right here. This is the most funniest thing that happened in the entire show.
So you had Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho won the match, but he got pleased.
Go home, go home, go home, go home, go home.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all want me to go home? Okay, I'll go home. I'll just take the LTW title with me.
There was no reason for.
There really isn't a reason, but they did it anyway.
The technical chant, just to put it out there for y'all, was "Go home, Jericho. Go home, Jericho. Go home." They really wanted. He does need to take a bet, right? Because if you're not gonna have the Judas theme and you come out black and hard and all the other crap, nobody cares about you. The Judas theme was the reason we liked you, bro. You got to get that back. Once you take a few months off and come back. All right, so then we have another championship match. Another one.
I'm sorry. Hold on. You put some respect on that one. You got to put some respect on this one, okay? Because leading up to this, that woman there gave a hell of a promo this past week. Good Lord, hammer. I'm like, yeah. Now I understand why Koo said what he said, because that promo, good Lord have mercy.
I'm telling you, man, this is a battle of some of the best cakes in AEW. Thunder Rosa versus Toni Storm.
Damn, the cakes on this one. Toni Storm she's the new number one since Rhea's out. She's the new number one.
I'm not debating any of that. I am just providing a perspective that we appreciate. So some of our most loyal watchers and listeners appreciate, and that is the cakeshuals.
And this is actually the first time I said something like that.
Makes it even better. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Okay. Tony Khan. If you're not snipping anything and you're hitting everything word for word, I don't know what you got to do to find a credible opponent to beat her, because the way Toni Storm is going, yeah, knock on wood, nothing that happened to Rhea Ripley, hope it doesn't happen to Toni Storm, because that woman's gold.
Let me tell you who's going to beat her, sir. Would you like to know who's going to beat her?
Oh, Lord. You better not say who I think you're going to say.
Chris Statlander is going to beat her in a few months. Not yet, but Chris Statlander is going to be the one to beat her. There's going to be a overlap with Chris Statlander as the AEW Women's Champion and old girl as the TNT Champion, because they're in a little squad with old buddy. So it's going to be a little overlap to put them all three of them together with both of them being champions. So that's who was gonna be this gun beater.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's who's gonna be.
A little iffy at the moment because I like Statlander, but they
not yet. But Statlander's gonna be the one because she's gonna have her belt. Willow Nightingale will come out with her belt, and Stokely gonna come out with one of them Cheshire Cat smiles. With both of them winning and having championships.
Right. Okay. But yeah, I mean,
this was Toni Storm's fourth defense. Both other times she was champ, she lost in her fourth defense.
Man, but whew.
It was good. The match was good. There was
when I heard that promo, I was like, "Yeah, Thunder Rosa, you ain't winning this one. I'm sorry. That's a killer promo."
Yep. So then we talked about Will Ospreay and Daniel Bryan, not for a championship. Then we get back to another championship match. AEW Tag Team Championship ladder match between FTR and the Young Bucks. When I tell y'all that AEW got too many doggone championships, you understand what I'm saying now? We've been through like 10 matches, and none of them been for championships.
I hate to be this guy. Actually, no, I don't. I don't care about being this guy. Goddamn it, Young Bucks, y'all look freaking retarded.
Terrible.
Y'all look retarded.
The only important thing that even happened in this travesty of a match was that Jungle Boy Jack Perry, without the Jungle Boy, returned, did a run-in, and helped the EVPs win the championship. So one of the questions I had, we can go ahead and answer that question now. Do you think he's going to be added to the new elite now that he helped them win the tag team championships?
Might as well.
And then he could win the Continental Championship because
they already made him a sympathy figure. At least in that freaking video.
Supposed to be a sympathy figure, but it didn't really look like one to me. But you know.
But my thing is, okay, it's the Young Bucks and FTR. Okay, you know what kind of match you're going to get. You just say Young Bucks and FTR. You already know what kind of match you're going to get just by saying them two names together. But but the character of the Young Bucks right now is
trash.
Thank you. I wanted to say something else, but thank you for.
Yeah, I'm gonna help you out because I know you was probably gonna go a different route. People in the comments, we see you. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We're gonna get to you in a minute. We just got to get through this card real quick. Cause next,
and finally, ladies and gentlemen, the main event of the evening.
Another
the AEW World Championship. The reigning champion Samoa Joe, who has been a fine champion for AEW, going against Swerve Strickland. Will it be a night that Swerve Strickland will never forget? Or will Samoa Joe continue to be the Samoan bulldozer that he has been everywhere he has been? You can say TNA, you can say WWE, you can say Run, you can say AEW. A match that was great. Not the best match of the night, obviously, but a match that was great. It gave the St. Louis crowd every single moment that they needed. When you thought Joe had it, he didn't. Snatching the title from the jaws of defeat to become the first ever African-American AEW World Champion, Mr. Swerve Strickland.
And I only have one question, and this needs to be the first thing that's said on Dynamite on Wednesday. Whose house?
You know the crazy
Swerve's
thing is?
House.
You know the crazy thing is about that?
What's that?
Those of you who are paying attention, AEW is coming home for Dynamite and Collision.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that you said that was kind of funny. Because they coming home. They first show post Dynasty is right back at home.
And we also have to talk about one thing. Swerve came out in Black Panther gear.
Oh, that signified he was going to win. That just signified he was going to win.
I saw my man come out in the Black Panther gear. Then he did a drop down. Prince Nana put a robe on him from the late great Jimmy Rave, which was one of his clients in the original Ring of Honor. So you got on the Wakandan outfit, and you got the robe from Jimmy Rave. Samoa Joe put him in the coquina clutch. Clearly, he doesn't do it as good as Draymond Green.
The fact that he's a no, you didn't. How dare you disrespect Joe like that? We found one person to find a way to get out of that. Remember, you ain't said it when he did it to Brock Lesnar. He put Lesnar to sleep. When do you ever seen the Beast go to sleep?
So, hey, now what happened? So, I want to say this, right? Internet got mad because people were saying this was better than WrestleMania, but they ain't look at the complete comment. From what I saw, people were saying this was better than WrestleMania Night 1, and I'm going to be honest with you, I kind of agree. Now, if we're talking about Night 2, they need to go sit down somewhere and leave that mess behind them. I kind of agree this is better than Night 1.
This is the problem here. This is where people are messing up at when it comes to WrestleMania. Yes, it's 2 different days, but it's one big event. Night 1 sets up Night 2.
I'm just saying, if we're talking about Night 1 versus Night 2 versus this pay-per-view, I would have to say I like this better than Night 1, but obviously ain't nothing better than Night 2. So if we're talking about the whole entire WrestleMania or we're including Night 2, you have to stop this. But if you want to separate Night 1, I can rock with you.
See, I don't separate it. I know how it is. Night 1 is supposed to set up Night 2, which he did it not?
I'm separating it. It's 2 nights.
Damn. I need y'all to get with the picture here. If you ever notice, ever since they went to like the 2 nights, Night 1 always sets up Night 2. Because Night 2 is the cap of everything. Even though we got Raw.
Right. I feel you. All right, so we got some comments here, y'all. So let's hop on in real quick. So Damien, what up, Damien? Damien says, question, speaking of Mania, what's your thoughts on WWE thinking about moving Mania to May instead of April, and also NXT moving to UFC Training Center? So we're going to talk about those 2 specific things here in a few minutes. So we're gonna table that one, but you're gonna get your answers. All right. So he also says seeing Brian get injured kind of gave me Drive scare vibes. I would say it did, but like I said, man, I'm so used to him getting hurt in AEW that I'm like, again. It's like when you see Joel Embiid get hurt in the NBA, you're like, again. It's the same type of thing for me with Daniel Bryan. I don't be like, oh man. I mean, I feel like you're probably right. Like I probably should be more like, man, I hope you're okay, but I just be like, again, because certain people you see them get hurt so much, you just be like, really? Yolanda, big sis in the building. What's going on, Yolanda?
Hey.
Damien says Jericho doing HBK. I'm sorry, things felt weird.
Yeah, that one did feel real because we understood why HBK did his. We understood that.
Yeah.
Even when he did it, we all understood it. It was like, yep, this is the end.
So Damien brings up another great theory that a lot of people have. They see Mariah May turning on Toni Storm soon and taking the title off her. That's the only other person I see besides Statlander that has a chance unless they go bring in somebody.
I'm
sorry.
With that.
I'm sorry.
You know why? Because
your girl, the CEO. Nah.
You never heard me say anything about her taking that title.
I know you didn't. I'm just saying.
Like I don't see that. Bring her up. You didn't have to bring her up. If I would have brought her up, that's different. You didn't even have to bring her up.
I did, but I did. I did. Right. I did.
You didn't have to do that. I'm not crazy over here. I'm not.
But maybe for some of the other people.
See, I don't mind what Damien said because guess what? when you have a character like that, like some of the Roman Reigns, well, you couldn't beat Roman Reigns 1-on-1 because he had the bloodline with him. What did they do? Hey, they quote unquote they assembled the Avengers to finally dethrone the bloodline. In this situation, if you can't beat her because she's that damn good, get somebody within to do it. Makes sense. I've learned under you.
Also, Jamie Hayter might come back at some point. Jamie Hayter could beat her too. If you see Jamie Hayter, the only reason she ever lost the belt was she got injured. So when she returns, she could beat her too. But it's got to be somebody that's believable. You can't have Toni Storm lose that belt to you can't Sami Zayn Gunther this. You can't do that. You can't do that. Don't you do it, AEW. Don't you do it.
For the first time on the show, my partner got me in the Stephen A mode because he got me on that one. I ain't think about that one.
It just popped in my head. I was like, "Oh, don't do it! Don't you do it!" So Damien says, "I was hoping Punk show up last night. Laugh out loud, bro. You know that won't about to happen. AEW would have got so many fines and lawsuits from WWE. You know what I'm saying? And then Jungle Boy would have got beat up again. And then everybody got a belt over there. Facts. And then Yolanda says, I can't stand it. They suck so bad in AEW. Talk about the House of Black, I'm sure. And then Yolanda also goes, first Black AEW champion. Yes, sir. See, these are things like that you have to celebrate as part of the culture, right? They get their first Latino heavyweight champion. You got to celebrate them too. You have to celebrate when you get the first from the people of color, the different peoples of color, because it is a hallmark moment when those things happen. Like Samoa Joe should have been celebrated as the first Samoan champion as well, just because these are things that we need to do, right? Especially when you have an opportunity with a new company to have this happen. You can't have this happen.
What you know the funny thing is? They WWE finally took the bet off for Roman Reigns. Now AEW wants to take the bet off for Samoa Joe.
That is kind of funny. And then AEW ladder match was better than Mania ladder match. Now that is true. And
I'm gonna say this again. When you say Young Bucks and FTR, no matter what kind of match it is, you know what you're gonna get. This is not rocket science.
So what I feel like you're saying is, duh. But I do agree with David.
Like, if you would have switched it and did the Acclaim with Daddy Ass and Bang Bang Gang, you might have a different opinion.
Right.
But when you put, FTR and the Young Bucks together, do you expect anything less?
True.
Then that's like
Wakanda forever. She says, got to look that up. And then she says, you can't separate it. It's WrestleMania 40. So here's the thing. I understand if you feel that way. I don't have a problem with that. But you can't say you can't separate it because it's night 1 and night 2. You're not saying WrestleMania weekend. You're not charging one price for both nights. You are presenting it as 2 separate events by the WWE. I can buy a ticket to night 2. And if I want to go to night 1, I got to buy another ticket.
Yeah.
So you're telling me it's 2 shows by how you're presenting it. But if you want to say you can't separate it, or I would say, this is what I would say to the people who feel the way that y'all feel. I would say, I don't think it makes sense to separate it if you feel that way. I think it does because it is not treated like there's some carryover, right? Like this year, there was one carryover match. You had the main event of night 1 that affected the main event of night 2, right? But you even have your own main event. So this is another argument in my favor, and the people who feel like I do. If it's one show, then you should only have one main event. If you got 2 main events, that's 2 shows. I feel like it's 2 shows, and I feel like you can separate the nights to grade. You can't grade night 2 based on night 1, right? Because you had that one match that affected night 2, but normally you don't have that. Normally you don't have anything that happens on night 1 that affects anything that happens on night 2. So it feels like it's two different shows to me. But if you want to say it's all WrestleMania 40 to you, I'm fine with that too. I just don't agree.
WrestleMania 40.
I just don't agree.
It is all WrestleMania. Just they separated it.
Two separate WrestleMania shows with two separate main events.
Exactly. The reason why they did it because they didn't want you being there from 5 o'clock to 1 in the morning.
That's fine. You could have cut down the card.
They ain't gonna cut down the card. It's WrestleMania.
No, they're not. They're gonna have two different shows, charge you for two different shows, and two different main events, and then let y'all believe it's one thing. I'm gonna tell you what don't believe is one thing. You want to know one thing that for sure doesn't believe is one thing? Your bank account. Your bank account never believed it's one show.
Well, I was part of one of the final few WrestleManias that was still one show. So I don't know what
I went to one of the last ones that was one show too.
I don't know what it feels like to do two separate shows.
So like I said, he even said.
My thing is this: like I know night one is not going to be spectacular as night two because night two is the main.
I get that too, but it still has its own main event. It's still its own show. Historically, you're gonna talk about it as WrestleMania 40, but when you look at it, you're gonna say WrestleMania 40 night one and WrestleMania 40 night two. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
But
main event night two. All I'm saying.
But AEW Dynasty was not better than WrestleMania 40. Let's get that straight.
Now, if you're talking about the entirety of WrestleMania 40, no. Talking about night one, you're probably right.
I give you night one because I wasn't expecting night one to be. I wasn't expecting night one to be spectacular. You know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If
how can I put this?
You're trying
night
to say
one. Night one is the pregame to night two.
Yolanda says I didn't see it, so I can't give my opinion. I'll tell you this, Yolanda. We can all agree it wasn't better than WrestleMania Night 2. It wasn't better than that. But I would say it was better than Night 1.
I can give you another reason why.
YouTube.
I can give you another reason why. The AEW Dynasty had my man losing his voice more than Night 2 of WrestleMania.
Well, I'm gonna tell you why I do have a voice tonight. So I was watching it last night. I saw the entrances. I saw right up to like the very end of the match. And the next thing I knew it was this morning.
Go to break, man.
All right, y'all. We're gonna hit some commercials. Like I said, we're gonna do a deep OG one today, and then we're gonna be done with this. So let's get it.
Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because
that is the wrong thing to go. So we're not even gonna do that. Actually, that is the right. Yeah, that's the wrong thing to go. We gotta update that. My bad. Let's get it.
Rams fans all around the world.
It's a beautiful thing to be a Rams fan right now. Stafford's back. We're going to see about Cup. And running back Kyren Williams to return.
Lend me your ears, or should I say lend Playmaker your ears, as he breaks down week by week everything in the Los Angeles Rams canon.
Number 99, Aaron Donald. Can't wait for 2029 to come to know that you are going in the Hall of Fame, and it should be first ballot, no questions asked.
Join the Playmaker as he breaks down everything Los Angeles Rams style in Ramily Talk on the Playmakers Blog Network YouTube channel and where you can find podcasts. Oh, yes. The tradition, the pageantry, the spectacle, the history, the slut. Wait. I gotta rep my brother's stuff right. All my DMV soldiers, stand up! And welcome to the Commander's Gridiron Report. You want your commanders to be repped right? Well, D. Willie is your man. Commander's Gridiron Report. Every Tuesday at 11:05 a.m. Eastern, 10:05 a.m. Central. on the Sotoba Media YouTube channel. Music by J. Cool.
Where my soldiers, right side, commanders.
Hey, Eagles fan. Join my man Cool McCain and a host of others as they break down every single game, every single week in an objective manner, and also from a fan's perspective as well. Remember, this cast feels just like you. Nobody likes you. And you don't care. Fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles Elite Podcast. Every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and other podcast outlets.
This is Brett, and you're watching Shady Sports Network. Tune in, hit that like button.
You might wonder, what do these guys do? Player signing announcements. I never in a million years thought you would actually come on to break this news. So without further ado, go ahead and tell everybody what happened today.
Yeah, man. I just had to work out with the Cincinnati Bengals. Signing me right up.
Without further ado, I'd like to announce that, I'll be taking my talents to Salina Liberty.
This just in, the Major League of Football is reportedly collapsing, unable to pay hotel room bills, with players being kicked out of their rooms and hotel managers asking them to leave voluntarily without issue.
Whether it's the men's college game,
The way that this season has been going, anything is possible.
the women's college game,
And how passionate Angel Reese was at that press conference, they got their mojo now.
the WNBA,
AJ Williams stood at 1 and 2, followed by Brittany Griner, Aaliyah Boston, Jackie Young.
or the NBA.
The Lakers had a 0.8 chance of winning. And then what happened in the fourth quarter? LeBron James by himself outdid the Clippers.
You will get any and all of the information right at your fingertips or your earlobes. Join the Playmaker as he breaks down all things basketball in Shooting Lights Out on the Playmaker's blog, network, YouTube channel, and where you can find podcasts.
Everything Boston. I love you morons. New Kids from the Block, New Edition.
Dear whatever the law firm is. Sincerely, the U.S. Supreme Court.
Ben Affleck, Matt Damon. Go yourself again, Jason Whitlock.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As he takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel. Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered a winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text. Delete.
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central on the Sertoba Media and the Comey Media YouTube channels. Poppy J.
You got the option to cry for the government. You got the option to protest. You got the option to keep buying, but this is also an option.
Wise El Jefe.
We're the first tech geeks. We're the first gamers. We're the first everything. Everything. Like Gen X's, we are the ones.
BS3 Network proudly presents the crew from the New York boroughs who never wants that smoke. Nah, they want that fire. Bobby J and Wise El Jefe. Fridays at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. Check your local listings for your viewing and listening pleasure.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have had the mega commercial break. We got 2 comments, and y'all know
mega commercial break. He played every goddamn commercial he made. And whenever I see that Cole Johnson again, I'm gonna get him that. Ooh, I'm gonna get him.
Yolanda says, I guess, but it's still called WrestleMania 40. Then Yolanda says 40 and a half. I feel you, Yolanda. Like I said, I ain't mad either way. I'm just saying, that's just my interpretation of the situation. But so Mr. Playmaker, sir, we are to your favorite part. Our nightly
we're not a lot of time left.
But that's okay. You know why? Because we can get through a lot of this pretty quick. Ready to get it, sir?
So, last time we was on here, there was speculation, there were rumors of a certain event happening, and me and my co-host, we didn't want to jump on it because we felt like those rumors could actually come true. In which, that's how Monday Night Raw opened up. Well, if Cole Johnson was in the chat, he would be probably dropping some words. If Wise was here, he'd probably be dropping some words. And I'm pretty sure my co-host, when we got off air, dropped some words because those of you who haven't been living on a rock, the World Women's Champion has been vacated. Rhea Ripley is no longer on top. And we'll be crowning a new women's champion tonight. I guess in a battle warrior. Out of all the things they could have thought of, they thought of a battle warrior for tonight. So go throw it to my co-host so he can. This is the one time of tonight's show where this is going to be a down part for my co-host.
Mommy's not on top, man. They had to take her out. They had to find some way to get rid of her. The only thing we could do is have a little coward with a flat pancake take her out. So, Liv Morgan, Mommy will be back. I think by the time she gets back, she's going to be a face, and Mommy is going to get all over you, and Mommy is going to get on top of you, and Mommy is going to regain what she never lost. In the meantime, we're going to have to deal with somebody else keeping Mommy's championship warm for her for about 3
Somebody else? Who is somebody else? We already know who that is.
I'm just saying, somebody other than Mommy is keeping Mommy's championship warm for her.
I mean, it's clear as day for me.
I'm not saying that you're not right. I'm just saying somebody other than Mommy is keeping her championship warm for her.
But here's my
question. What I'm saying.
But here's my question. I wonder if anybody else has this question. Is Liv Morgan taking Mommy's spot in more places than one?
She could. And honestly, I really don't care if she does. Because she don't need them. Mommy don't even need them. The only way she can do it though is she gotta get Dom Dom on her side.
Which is gonna irritate me. It's gonna irritate the hell out of me.
Yeah, if she gets Dom Dom on her side, she can do it. But my thing is, it don't even really matter to me because either way, I think Mommy gonna come back as a heel anyway. I mean, as a face anyway.
Oh, she already a face. She was a face when she was supposed to be a heel anyway.
Right, but I'm saying I think she's gonna come back as like a face, like, hey, so y'all just went ahead without me and did this and whatever. Cool. Good luck. Mommy is taking care of Mommy. And she's still always gonna be on top.
Because she said revenge tour. And when you say tour is a long thing, okay? It's not one thing here and one thing there and then tour is over with. So just interesting, we call it a revenge tour. So I have a feeling the revenge tour tonight leads to the title, obviously. Then where does the revenge tour go after that? Okay. For my selfish reasons, stay away from Dominic. Please stay away from Dominic. I don't need that loser around you. Okay. I don't.
Whatever.
Damian
Can't
Priest,
take
I'm
that.
cool with. I'm cool with Damian Priest. Finn Balor, I don't even know what to say about Finn Balor at this moment.
Whatever. Flapjacks would be upgraded by being around Dirty Dom.
She does not need that kind of intimacy around her, okay?
She doesn't need to have a championship. She need to be
I'm not
suspended for.
against you on that one, but it's clear as day though. You might as well go that route because that's the route you're going to go anyway.
It makes the most sense. I'll agree with you. So you think she's going to be the champion? Any other contenders for the championship? Anybody you think could win the battle royal?
No, I did have to recall thanks to people like post up on YouTube, and I had to rethink it. Like, yeah, we haven't seen the Nia Jax since before WrestleMania, so yeah, that's a problem.
That's my pick. I'm going with Nia Jax because that sets up a good program for Mommy when she gets back.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the caveat in all of this, okay? Here's the caveat. Something is happening. Something special is happening starting on Friday. At least next Monday. So that's a caveat in all of this, okay? Even though I can say Liv Morgan makes the most sense, the fact that the freaking draft is this week, those are monkey wrench and everything. Okay? Speaking of Judgment Day, do they look stronger or do we see some cracks coming within the Judgment Day?
There's been cracks in Judgment Day for 3 months.
True, but I mean, do we really starting to see? Because Mommy's no longer there. The glue that kept them together is gone.
Exactly. That's why she said, keep things afloat till I get back and take care of my dom-dom. That feel like a little forewarning, like y'all don't mess this up, but they're going to probably mess it up.
Yeah, I don't see how they're going to protect stupid Dom.
Dirty Dom.
Man, stupid Dom to me, okay. And JD, more like J. Lou.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, it's just not a. We're gonna have to see what they do. Like, but when you're looking at it, you don't know.
Now, quick question, because I love because I know how much my partner loves belts. Both tag team champions got new belts. Your thoughts, sir?
So, the Raw belts are true to the Raw brand. They got the red of them, all that. They don't look that good to me. Like, they're just a circle version of like the WWE World Heavyweight Championship Tag Team Champion on it in circle, right?
I mean, they're called a World Tag Team Champion, so
right. I'm just saying it just
they keeping everything in line. Let's put it like that.
That is not true, sir. I will debate that. That is not true. Because if you look at the SmackDown Tag Team Championship belts, right? Those are completely unique and those look really good. If I was the Raw champions, I would be behind the scenes like, you give us that and you give them that? What in the HE double hockey sticks are y'all doing? Who back here been hanging out with Tony Khan to design these Raw belts? Because it had to be snow flying and getting for y'all to decide to give us them and them belts. Because those
when I say they keep it in line, you notice all the belts on Raw outside of the Intercontinental Championship, they are called World Heavyweight Champions.
I understand that. But on SmackDown,
WWE,
those WWE championships that they have, those tag team championships,
they
do not look like the other belts. They are amazing.
Those things look.
I'm like, bro, why you didn't give Raw a red version of them? Them is nice. Those are tight. So, in the grand scheme of things, what I'm being told is that the SmackDown Tag Team Champion belt, so the WWE Tag Team Championship belt, excuse me, let me say it right, mean more.
Yay. That's my favorite.
The Raw Tag Team titles do look like boobs.
That's my pettiness for today. If anybody knows me,
going to be Liv probably.
If anybody knows me like my sister does, she knows I love SmackDown more than I love Raw. So
And then Damien says Nia Jax. First, he said he was calling Charlotte Flair to come back and win, but then he realized that she's not healthy yet, so then he's going with Nia Jax. But I will say, if Charlotte Flair was healthy, she would probably come back and win the belts because they love Charlotte.
If she was healthy,
They
her
want
would
her
have
to
been
be
at
a
WrestleMania.
75-time champion by the time that she is done.
Hell, if she was healthy, she should have been at WrestleMania for no apparent reason. And he'd have been going off on her. More probably just as much as he ain't going off on Jimmy.
It would have happened. So one quick thing, I know you got some more things we'll talk about. I'm just gonna slide this in here real quick. NXT Battleground will be
I was gonna say that for the last. I was gonna say
UFC Arena. I know, but I just want to get it in now. I just want to get it in now. At the UFC Arena, how big is that for NXT as a brand? In your thoughts? I know you want to save it for the end, but this will allow you more time for the other stuff. We go over this real quick.
I'm interested. You know, they are. Maybe they ain't the first time they've been outside of the Performance Center to do shows. Obviously, that was in Philly for Standard Deliver, which they delivered.
Right.
But now you taking a not one of the big 4 pay-per-views we want to say, because every time WWE does a big 4 pay-per-view, NXT is like right there with them. So you taking a normal PLE and you putting it in Vegas in an arena that is known for UFC, and then with this partnership, which the reason why they can do this, it's gonna be interesting. Are they gonna turn it into an actual arena? Are they gonna keep the octagon thing going? That's what I want to know.
That's a good question. I was gonna say that too, but yeah, it's a good question. I like it because of exposure piece. It's something that people are gonna be talking about, like Swerve Strickland being the first Black AEW champion, right? World champion. It's that sort of thing. And I'm not saying just to bring it back up, but that's the latest thing that's happened. It's like something that people outside of who normally watch wrestling might tune in and say, okay, well, what's this? It's going to be the UFC thing. What is it? Right. You know what I'm saying? So you might get some extra new eyes on the product. So Damien says WWE UFC Multiverse is coming soon. I think we all agree on that. When they bought them, we all know it was, going to lead toward that at some point, at least sharing arenas and cross promoting and stuff. I think that's pretty clear. That was the plan all along when they set up TKO to manage both of them.
Exactly. Now, last week, those of you who watched, me and my partner, we had a little fun throwing questions at each other surrounding 2 superstars and a certain championship.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. It just makes sense. He wanted to go the other way, but it just makes sense. But the loser of this match turned heel, and it was yes.
Yeah. So the whole somebody was turning heel. We already knew that. I just thought
we knew somebody turned heel. We just wanted to see
during the match and not after.
Who was going to turn heel? Was it the winner or the loser? He wanted winner, I wanted loser. It just made sense, Chad Gable tried. He pretty much it was a similar mess of how this all started again.
Yep.
Chad Gable just comes up that much short, that much. It's almost like that old commercial with the old guy who was fishing. He's like, oh,
just about that much.
That's pretty much what they was doing to Chad Gable. Ooh, you gotta be cooking in that. And all of a sudden, same thing. Hey, Sami pissed him up, hugged him. Hey, great match, man. You back and forth. Chad raises his hand, leaves the arena. WWE, I don't know if y'all paying. WWE gives away when something's gonna happen.
Yeah, that's why
when they take a shot longer than a second, something's gonna happen here. And before you knew it, in front of the wife too, like that's vicious. Just after Sami kisses his wife, Chad Gable comes out of nowhere and just picks him up and just terminates him. Like, that's some real cojones there. You celebrating, kiss the wife, and I'm finna suplex you. Because now I'm mad. I'm teed off. And not only I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna put your butt in between the top and middle rope, put you in an ankle lock, and and have you screaming right in front of your wife.
That's how you execute a heel turn with no words.
I was just about to ask you how you feel about the heel turn, because that was vicious.
If they do what they rumored, I love it. Team Gable, I love it. Give me Chad Gable and the Creed brothers and Ivy Nile. All them turn bad. That's the new Team Gable, or whatever they want to call them, Olympic Express, whatever they want to call them. But they do that. This was all worth it.
So
because if we get a heel Chad Gable with the Creed brothers with him and Ivy now, they should have all the belts on Raw. And when I say all the belts, all but Damian Priest, because ain't nobody that can touch Damian Priest, but all the other belts.
So
Intercontinental.
So the 3 reigning members of Alpha Academy are done. They're just done.
I think, yeah, they're a clown team. They can still be the Alpha Academy for you and all that, because that's what they are. This is a Chad Gable going a different direction. So I wouldn't even keep Alpha Academy. I would just become a whole different thing. Leave Alpha Academy with them. Let them go on down to NXT. But I don't care about them no way. Let's be real. And let's get with the Creed brothers and Ivy now, and let's do some work. I would love that.
All right.
I'm partial to heel stuff for Cody anyways.
God, trust me, I know. Trust me, I know. All right, we got a little over 10 minutes, so let's move over to SmackDown. Now, of course.
Sami interest was fire. I agree with that. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, so first of all, we both said it last week. It was round 2 between LA Knight and AJ Styles. We both said who was going to win that match, and yes, he won that match. That would be AJ Styles. By the way, did you hear his music yet?
I agree. Nothing else to say about that.
Did you hear his new music yet? Because you didn't hear that first.
I did hear his new music. We can go on. I don't have anything to say.
Exactly. Me and my sister, we try to tell you. AJ Styles, I love it, but I still hate that music. I want the old one back. Speaking of it, I forgot to mention, Sheamus came back, and he brought the old music back with him. Thank you, Sheamus.
He also looked like a can of busted open biscuits. And everybody been talking about that.
He took full whatever. He know.
Yeah. He gonna take care of it though. He came back before he probably was expecting to. So, let's not forget WWE just chopped about 15 people. So we don't
want to touch on that one.
Nah, we just gonna say some people got chopped. You can look it up and see who they are. Nobody's a problem player.
Let's get to SmackDown, okay? As we get to SmackDown, we talk about AJ Styles winning, so he'll be the first challenger for Cody Rhodes. We're gonna go ahead and say Cody Rhodes is still gonna retain, so we no point of us to even belabor that. We already know Cody Rhodes is gonna beat AJ Styles. It's just how he wins is gonna be the real question. Now we're gonna go to the main event first. The women with a main event now. Gotta give them credit. Women with a main event. Your girl. Matter of fact, both of your girls, by the way.
Chocolate cakes. Main event.
But neither one of them got the last laugh.
Nope.
Tiffy Time. Ruin it all. I gotta say, I gotta like it. I gotta admit, I like it. So you just gonna give a title shot to her, even though I beat her, force me to in a rematch that she beat me, but we're 1-1 and she still gets the title shot? Nah. I like it. Make a name for yourself, Tiffany. Make a name for yourself.
Make a hashtag impact on your first night.
But you're not beating Bayley, so let's go ahead and get that out of the way.
No.
You're
not beating Naomi again either. No time soon.
Now I was ahead of the curve when I said it, and SmackDown went along with it. Also, I'm gonna reiterate it again. Kabuki Wars, count your days. Your days are numbered.
I'm calling them for now. Damage, no control.
They have no control whatsoever.
Nope.
Could we see the end of Damage Control?
Yep. Or at least take them off TV for a little bit.
Oh, because trust me, them tag team titles going to be gone. As soon as they make that match official, they're gone.
Yeah, they're gone.
Now, I gotta say, I was ahead of the curve. I didn't know they was gonna make it that soon. But nice to be up in the box. You can see EOC the press, no title. Dakota Kai doing all the talking. I think Dakota Kai's slipping on her talking though. I don't know what's going on. She's slipping on the talking part now. Yeah, Kabuki Wars is chilling.
Real quick though.
Yeah.
And just say, hey, if you're watching on any other platform but the Play Callers channel, if you would also check that out. And that's youtube.com/@playcallers. At Real Play Callers, excuse me. If you're watching on Play Callers, definitely make sure you check out the Shady Sports Network, YouTube at Shady Sports Network, and then also, Facebook pages and Twitter.
I love David's comment. David's comment about Tiffany. I love it. I gotta admit, she could go for a real life-size Barbie.
Damien says, "Darn you, Barbie," with the two cursing emojis, the red face.
Now, for the rest of the time we got left, here we go. Let's get down to the meat and potatoes now. Now, from what WWE is doing, or what they are portraying, could be something, could be a smoke and mirrors, right? Because WWE knows they know how to do that very well. Lead one way.
Don't need smoke and mirrors tonight.
I ain't talking about. I'm talking about on Friday. But as it stands right now, looks like my co-host is on track because it looks like Solo is the one making the calls here.
For the twos.
And by the way, why Kevin Owens? I've been trying to figure this out ever since I watched Matt. I'm trying to figure out why Kevin Owens.
Very simple, sir. Who was a big thorn in the side of the original bloodline that they never really got rid of that situation.
So you saying yet again we're going back to long storytelling. Even before Solo even came about. We're going that far back.
Because we're gonna beat people that y'all couldn't beat.
Okay, I was just running. I'm like, dang, why Kevin Owens all of a sudden?
We're gonna take him out.
I'm like, Kevin Owens out here fighting Logan Paul trying to win the US title. He minus his own business. He ain't even part of the bloodline. He wouldn't even want to win the infield when Roman and Cody Rhodes went at it.
But he was a loose end that they never tied up.
See, that's why I asked the question. I had a feeling you could provide me an answer. So Solo's going all the way back into we talking all the way from when we first started all this before I even came. Okay. That's a thought because I'm like, it looks like Solo, and if this the route they're going, I'm with it. I still feel like The Rock probably has something to do with it. It's just me.
Or Big Keish.
But they be training. Solo is out here making the calls here, and Tonga is being brutal. This man is being very, very brutal. I gotta admit, I might be afraid of the other groups. The other guys that's gonna come and join this team. It's about to get nasty with the bloodline.
300-pound Jacob Fatu doing flips and backflips off the top rope and stuff. It's about to get wild.
Yeah, it's going to get nasty with the bloodline. And it's getting to the point. I don't think Paul Heyman know what to do at this moment in time. Paul Heyman is stuck.
Yeah, he's gonna be phased out soon. He's gonna be phased out. The wise man is not gonna be the wise man.
But and you know the crazy thing is, when Solo came out, what did the crowd chant? We want Roman. We want Roman. I was like, wow.
I'll tell you something else that happened. On Raw, there's one guy that comes out, and every time he tries to say something, the crowd never lets him talk. Nuclear Heat. Was the most hated man in WWE. Now he's one of the most hated men in WWE. This dude is getting Dirty Dom heat. And that's impressive.
Wow. It just amazes me. What are we like 2 weeks removed from WrestleMania?
And he already
and Roman's a face now. He ain't even there. He ain't even there. And he a face.
Didn't take long. Triple H told you long-term storytelling, a new story arc for Roman when he returned. Right now, Roman filming a movie, so he ain't about to come back no time soon. He's filming a movie.
He'll man the rock and he a face. But he left a heel and he ain't even there now. He a face. Like,
that's how it happens, man. That's how Cody got his championship. Because of the fans.
Whatever strange Triple H is pulling, it is working. How you turn somebody a face who ain't even there? Ain't even there.
You make somebody despicable take their place. That's all you got to do. You're not there. Somebody that people don't like doing despicable stuff, you make them take their place. Then you're like, oh, this is worse than Roman. We want Roman back. Now Roman's
been on the job for 2 weeks.
It doesn't take long, bro. It don't take long when you know what you're doing.
That didn't take long at all.
When you're not trying to have extracurricular activities with all the interns and everybody that work for the company that's a female, you can focus on doing the job. You know what I'm saying? When you ain't trying to act like you R. Kelly and Diddy, all rolling the one.
We're not doing that. No. I'll let you do that on Shooting Lights Out. We ain't doing it here. I'll let you get away with that on Shooting Lights Out. Not doing it. And yes, people, he joined me for my show on Shooting Lights Out.
I'm just saying, when you ain't doing Diddy and R. Kelly in one, then you can do your job. And you can have long-term storytelling.
Oh my God.
Triple H over there lusting after his wife. You ain't think about the other women.
So my sister put a very good thing in here. That's the last thing I'm gonna get to real quickly. Darkness is coming. We don't know when it's coming, but we know darkness is returning. And prepare to see Shao Kahn by his real name, or try to go with the character name.
Let's go with Uncle Howdy.
Uncle Howdy, and he ain't returning alone because how do I want to put this? I'm gonna call her my Harley Quinn of WWE is returning too. So it's finna get. Oh boy. And I got a feeling them two ain't coming by themselves either. I don't know what it is. I just got that feeling they not coming by themselves. They're not coming by themselves, and it's gonna get. Now, that's part of the reason why Triple H had to make them cuts, because he got a feeling it's gonna get real nasty up in WWE right about now. The draft coming up too.
I mean, when's the last time we saw Veer Shanky or Veer and whoever it is, that little squad? We didn't see them nowhere. Jinder Mahal and Veer and all them, we didn't see them. We got other stuff to worry about. You know what I'm saying?
It's finna get nasty.
So I want to touch real quick. I have 4 draft questions for you.
40.
Just 4 quick questions. The quick answers. Do you think the championships are staying on the shows they're on for men's and women's world championships?
I want them to.
All right. Do you think the tag team championships are staying on their shows?
No.
Okay. Do you think any factions are going to be broken up in this draft?
Yes.
And who?
See, that's why I answered your first question the way that I did. I want them to. Because if they do stay where they are, that means I get to see Cody Rhodes when SmackDown comes to Jacksonville. Problem is, I don't know how that's going to go. Because the rumor has it, Damian Priest might get drafted to SmackDown while Cody Rhodes goes to Raw. Which will suck for me.
Here's the problem if they do that. If you send Damian Priest to Raw, then you either got to do some kind of stupid belt exchange, or you got to have all the belts switch. Right? Because this isn't like before. So we got to remember this. And this is why I asked those questions to you. This isn't like before. You can't just say the WWE champion or the Universal champion switch brands. You've got Raw, you got the World Heavyweight Champion, you got WWE Women's World Heavyweight Champion, you got the Tag Team Heavyweight, the Heavyweight Tag Team Champions. So you got everything lined up there. Then you go to SmackDown, you got the same thing. So if you're going to switch any of the champions, how is it going to really make sense that you went through all this meticulous time to introduce these new championship belts? And then the title swaps is the worst thing ever.
Yeah, you want to know my pushback to that? I think that's the reason why they got it. You want to know my pushback to that? I think that's the reason why they start calling it the Raw Tag Team Champions and the SmackDown Tag Team Champions.
I mean, the tag team belts can move because they're just the tag team belts. You just gotta create the belts that were on Raw, either a blue version of those or just a version with no color. That's what
I think Triple H is going to go back to the early 2008 days. If you draft a champion, that belt comes with you. Remember when John Cena first won the WWE Championship, he was a SmackDown superstar.
But I'm saying you do so much with lining things up to try to say, oh, every championship is the same on the show. The tag team belts don't matter as much because they're new, and the SmackDown ones can go to Raw tomorrow, and there's no problem. The Raw ones going to SmackDown, you got to put some blue on them or take the red out. You really need to get completely new championships, but that's another story. But yeah, I just wanted to touch on the draft a little bit, man, because it's the draft, baby. So if you don't have anything else, I just want to run through the comments we got left, bro, and then
keep Cody on SmackDown. I want to be a part of the crowd. Oh.
All righty then. All right, so we get our man Cole in the building. Cole says, give that IC title to Gable and make the Creed brothers amateur wrestling goons. New team angle. Love it.
How quickly?
He also says, good evening, gentlemen.
How quickly Cool changed his mind? Cole we chill about the whole Chad Gable game. We turned Chad Gable here. Now he's ready for Chad Gable to get the IC title.
Yeah, because now he's a heel. Yeah, because now he's a heel. He's not a babyface loser. He's a heel now. He's a bad guy. He's going to cheat. Cheat and win. That's fine with that. All right. Cole also says, I don't want none of that new theme music from AJ Styles neither. Nobody wants that. That's complete doo-doo. Hot doo-doo juice. Cole says, are you saying, Cool, that Sheamus looks like walking, talking, moving yeast? I am, sir. Or popped can of biscuits, either way you want to go. All right. Cole also says, Tama Tonga makes me love SmackDown right now. Absolutely. You need a loose cannon type dude. And for Solo to be the one that can control him, that's even more scary because Solo is a fool too. Cole also says, Tiffy Time should have interjected in the main event, but I'm loving Tama Tonga putting fear in everyone. So I think what he's saying is she should have interjected like in the actual match, not like when she did, but like, earlier in the match. Or maybe he's saying she should have any license. She did, either way. Cole says, poor Kari and Asuka. Both those two and Io are becoming booked to be irrelevant. Yep, they had their run. Then we got the big homie Wise in the building. Wise all with a what's up, gentlemen? What's up, Wise? Thanks you for checking in. And then we had Damien. Raw and SmackDown need their own women's tag title, especially if they're going to have this draft. I don't see what's the point to have a brand split and only one women's tag title. They'll have enough tag teams to support more than one, sir. They should just have mid titles for both shows and not even do tag team belts, to be honest with you. Cole says he wants it to be Rikishi calling the shots, but he feels it'll be The Rock. I've been telling you, I don't think it's going to be either one. D. Willie's in the building. He says, what's up, fellas? What up, D. Willie? Cole says, and what garbage you got to talk, Playmaker. You love my commercials. And then he laughs.
He know what I'm talking. He know what commercial I'm talking about. He know exactly what commercial I'm talking about. He the only one that will put something crazy in a commercial.
I know what you're talking about.
For all of us to have to deal with.
And then Damien says, do y'all think Jacob will show up tonight or on SmackDown? I don't think quite yet. I think they'll wait till the draft is all over, and then he'll show up.
No, I think they'll wait till. I think they'll wait till they get Solo into like a big match, and then bring in Jacob.
Damien says the Exorcist Harley Quinn returns. True. Yolanda says
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Yolanda says no.
She was answering your questions.
Yolanda says yes. Then Yolanda says Judgment Day, as far as the team breaking up. And then she says they need to keep the champions where they at. I agree. And especially since you have, and I think the writing's on the wall because there's so many new champions. The only person that's been champion for a long time is who? The United States champion. Everybody else just got their championship at WrestleMania.
Now, he ain't been champion that long.
Right, but I'm saying, so they're all new champs, so it makes sense to let them be where they're at because it's not like you need to really shake up the championships, which is why I think they did WrestleMania the way they did. For me, I don't think any champs are moving. I think that if you want to move somebody that's the current champ, they're going to lose their championship, and then they'll move. Just my thoughts. Not trying to infer anything. Just give you my thoughts. All right, good people.
It won't have been the first time you inferred something.
But that's why I made sure I let people know I'm not this time. So, Playmaker, any last thoughts? I know it's a little bit past 8. Want to get everybody over to Raw. Let y'all do your thug thizzle. Any last words?
Not really. You might see this guy to the left of me. He might be joining me again to talk some playoff basketball. I don't know yet. We'll see. Because he got to the foot of my show.
Hey man, when you don't have to be the person in charge, you have some fun. And I did. For me, y'all know all the places to find me. Back here on Friday nights, Wednesday Eagles Elite podcast on youtube.com/Eagles Elite. Many other places. Y'all know how to get at me. Make sure if you follow me on Facebook, you'll see all the moves I'm making. And that's just Cool McKay. Just want to remind everybody, it's never where you start. It's always where you finish. Don't forget those 4 friends and 4 enemies. Tell them come check us out. And subscribe everywhere. Show everybody some love. Let's get it.
We'll see you next week to talk about the WWE draft.
Night 1. Let's get it.